So it's been a while since I've done any music stuff, so I thought I'd do a little rig rundown for a show that I'm playing this week. It is a development production of a new musical called Beethoven Live in Concert. It's kind of a rock musical in the style of like a Jesus Christ Superstar, Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson, Spring Awakening, that kind of show, telling the life of Ludwig van Beethoven. Guitar book is really fun, so I'm going to go through the instruments I'm using, the Helix presets, and some of the other gear. This is the main guitar I'm using for this show. Almost all of it is on this. It's an Ibanez AR250, kind of a Les Paul style. It's got two humbuckers. I just replaced the pots and the knobs on it. Really love this guitar. Not the most expensive or high end, but I really like the way it plays, the way it sounds. I also got a Squier Telly that I'm using just as a backup. I've broken a string before during productions, and it's a nightmare to try and change it in between songs, so I always like to have a second guitar in the pit with me. So that's this. It's just a no-frills Squier Telly. I got it on Facebook Marketplace for like $100 a couple years back, and I use it for school mostly. Great guitar. Love it. Does what I need it to do. And there are one or two songs on this where I'm not sure if it calls for acoustic guitar or not. The books are not fully finished yet. It's a new show, so a lot of the materials are still kind of in process. So I'm reading some of the parts I have are for guitar. Some of them I'm just reading the piano vocal score and kind of doing hits, chords, bass notes, melody lines based on kind of what I hear on the demos and what the score says. So there's a couple songs where acoustic might be what they want. So I'm just going to bring this one. It's my Yamaha FJX 720SC. It is my one and only acoustic guitar. I love it. It's a jumbo, medium jumbo shape, nice and bassy. Really good guitar, nice sounding electronics. So yeah, those are the guitars. All right, so now that we've gone through the instruments, let's look at the Helix presets that I'm using for this show. The main one, I've got 3 different presets and then a couple snapshots within those presets. So for those kind of unfamiliar with the Line 6 Helix and the workflow, basically you have presets, which are unique combinations of amps and effects, and the way the signal flows through them. And then within a preset, you can have snapshots where you can turn things on and off. You can change parameters without changing to a completely different sound. So for most of this show, I'm using this kind of rhythm. I have a preset that's just a dirty sound. It's a Marshall Plexi 412 cab. And then just a couple different effects. I've got a distortion a Timmy distortion that I'm using for a boost, a little bit of chorus, a slight delay for some leads, and just a plate reverb. And then I use a volume pedal. I always place for musicals, I always place my volume pedal at the end of the chain. That way I can control just control the volume with my feet. And I don't change the gain staging. I don't change the way the amps or kind of distortion pedals are reacting to the volume. It's just a master volume at the end of the chain. So this is my kind of main rhythm preset for the show. It's kind of just like a mid-rangey, bright. Really fun to just kind of palm mute, chug power chords on this one. So that's my kind of rhythm. Within the dirty channel, that's my rhythm snapshot. I have a lead snapshot here that activates the distortion and the delay and gives me a little more. Just kind of a nice, like, big arena rock sort of solo sound. And then I've got a couple clean sounds on this. So I have within my Marshall sound, I've got a clean chorus. And then just a clean dry. And then I've got a different clean preset, which is just a Fender Twin Reverb. I just don't know what the MD is going to want, so I've got a couple different sounds to pick from. But on the Marshall, I basically just roll the drive almost all the way back and use the output to just boost the level a little bit. And I do the same on those 2 clean presets. And then there's like two songs that may or may not want acoustic guitar. So I've just got an acoustic that I'm bringing with me, and I've got a preset pulled up here. I'm using an IR, which just gives it a little more of like a realistic sort of sound. So this is without, and this is with. Just gives it a little more of like a mic'd up acoustic guitar sound rather than a piezo. Into that, I'm running the Studio Tube preamp, an EQ, really just to cut some of the harsh highs, some compression, plate reverb, and then my volume pedal. All right, so that's the guitars, the Helix presets, and then finally I'm bringing an iPad running 4-score for my music, a Bluetooth page turning pedal, and an Apple Pencil. This is going to be a really fun show. It is a new musical, and so it's kind of unfamiliar and kind of still coming together, which is always exciting to be a part of. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you next time. Bye.